So this is my 38 gallon Mel Guppy tank. The maintenance of this tank is different than my 65. It's still fairly overstocked. I mean, most people would call it overstocked. I actually don't, because I've had twice as many fish in here as I've got now. It's home to my two very bad tempered female rainbows, two pot-bellied mollies, four glow light tetras, a rummy nose, a cardinal, I'm not sure what else. So also to my rather big and beautiful snail, which you can't really see. He's black and blue and he's gorgeous. So cleaning here is fairly simple actually, because it's right by the window, so I can put a hose out there. It has a canister for a 100 gallon tank. It also has a 40 gallon sponge filter. I find that I clean this about every 8 weeks. The canister filter seems to cope up to about 8 weeks, but I do vacuum this every week. I don't know why this tank seems to get more mucky, but it does. So I vacuum this one, I vacuum one bit one week and another bit another week, and then I just do little dribs and drabs here and there. I usually do anything from between a 10 to 30% water change on this tank. Fish seem to quite like this, like that amount of time. I usually do clean this one every 7 days. I have left it longer, but I'm happier doing it that way with this tank. Mostly I think because it has so many guppies in, and guppies are such a dirty fish. So you see them all. Why they're all down there is because I put the wafers in for the cories, and of course they go mad. They're absolutely mad. I never seem to need to clean the glass on here. I think I've done it twice since I've had the tank. The snails are always on the glass here, so I just leave them to it. Wish you could see the snail, because he is absolutely superb colours. He's grown twice the size since I put him in here. So a lot of the fantail guppies in here are not young fish, they're fairly old. I've been breeding shorter-tailed guppies, so most of the shorter-tailed ones are a lot younger. So really that's all I do with this tank. I mean, I couldn't even begin to get this plant out. I did try to move it, but that the roots of that plant are huge, and that plant just does not move. It's like it's concreted in. So I've just done a mass cutback of all the plants, and now they're starting to grow all new leaves. So you can see what I kind of mean by the heat the temperature of the tank and Cory Cats. This tank is actually set at 74, so it's a little bit cooler than most of my other tanks. And the Cory's are up and about all day. They are so energetic. Whereas the Cory's in my other tank, which is set at 79, they are a lot more. Oh, there he is, he's decided. He wants to show off a bit. I'm so going to get some more of these. He's such a character. He runs to try to get to the wafer before the fish get to it, and it's quite funny seeing him try to get to the wafer before the fish get to it. Now this tank has quite a big flow in it. I do remember talking to somebody the other day about the flow in the tank. This is, let's say, a filter for a 100-gallon tank, so the flow here is quite strong. You don't see any of the fish struggling to swim. Most of these fish have been born in a tank with a very heavy flow of water. So whizzes about. So I don't really worry about it. I did think it might be too much for the long-tailed guppies, but they actually sometimes swim in the flow in a big group, especially when I've newly cleaned the tank, and they love that.